Hello everyone, and welcome to my TEDx talk. The title of my talk today is Motherhood, Our Rights Are Not Your Wrongs. As you've probably gathered from that, I am mum. I have 3 children. My 2 sons are currently aged 7 and 9, and my daughter, my baby, will be 4 in a few weeks' time. Motherhood completely transformed me. It helped me cast off the layers of could and should that I had shrouded myself in for, well, ever really. I had no idea who I really was, and I was full of self-doubt. But all that changed when motherhood helped me find my gut. No, not the sadly larger than I would like one, thanks to all the cake I hoped breastfeeding would burn off, but my intuition gut. Being able to listen to my intuition and trust in my ability to know what to do really was life-changing. But it wasn't a quick transition. Actually, at the start, the self-doubt was worse than ever. Any parent out there will know this tsunami of information that comes at you from all angles once you are expecting a baby. Friends, family, healthcare professionals, the wee woman in the supermarket. Lots of people with lots to say, doing lots of confusing. And this is what I'd like to get you all thinking about today. Does the way that we try to help new parents actually help? And who does it help? Them or us? When I was pregnant for the first time, I had questions. Lots of questions. Is that twinge normal? Can I eat that? When is someone going to come and tell me how this baby's actually coming out and stop with all this crazy vagina nonsense? All parents want is one clear, right answer. Google reckon that new parents perform 2.7 times more internet searches than non-parents. I reckon Google did their research before I had my children because I'd have bumped that figure way up. In fairness, if overthinking was a competitive sport, I'd be an Olympian. In all my searching, not one clear right answer was forthcoming. Now, at this time, I was also a solicitor. I knew about evidence and sorting the good information from the less good. I knew that Google was not the place to turn to for advice, legal or otherwise. But come on, how many of us have had a twinge in our finger and consulted Dr. Google, only to receive a fatal diagnosis? When the stakes are as high as making the right choices for your baby, common sense goes out the window. When my eldest actually arrived, things didn't get any easier. I was breastfeeding on demand, but kept hearing about schedules, and if he was feeding that often, maybe I didn't have enough milk. My body made his food and was his comfort, and I loved that. But I kept hearing that he was just using me as a dummy, and I should really set him down more. And as for sleep, let's not even go there. It all changed for me when some wonderful women reminded me about what I knew. Evidence and good information. When you are able to identify information that is based on research and science and is unbiased, you can make an informed choice. You take the facts, apply your gut, and get the right choice for you. Because here's the thing. Opinions are not facts. Marketing is not evidence. There has been one aspect of my mothering in which this has been particularly clear: breastfeeding. I made the informed choice to breastfeed all 3 of my children, and that baby, who's almost 4, still breastfeeding. Now, I know that when I mention breastfeeding, that will have provoked a strong emotional response in a lot of you. Breastfeeding is a topic that can really do that. In fact, when writing this talk, it was a topic that I thought I should really avoid. But then I realized that that was the very reason I had to include it. Because our experiences affect the way that we help others. And this leads me to a story that I would like to share with you all about a mum I met a couple of years ago at a breastfeeding group. This encounter had a profound effect on me. So this mum came along to the boob group with her 4-month-old son needing help. He was her second baby, and she had made the choice to breastfeed her first son as well, but hadn't received the right support to make it work. So she really wanted to make it work this time. She sat and told me about all the challenges that they had faced and how she had been dismissed by everyone around her. Family, healthcare professionals had all told her to just give the child a bottle and said things like, "Oh, but sure, you weren't breastfed and sure, you turned out just fine." As undoubtedly well-meaning as these people were, this is exactly what had happened the first time round. And this mum had never stopped feeling the pain, regret, and guilt of what she perceived as her failure. A lot of tears were shed that morning. I headed back to the office like an absolute bear. I was so angry at how this mummy had been let down. And I felt like I too had just let her down because I hadn't been able to fix it. However, fast forward 2 days. This mum came along to another group that we ran. She was worlds apart from the mum of 2 days before. Visibly brighter. There was a light behind her eyes that had not been there just 2 days before. Honestly, if I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't have believed it. She came and found me, and it was another emotional encounter. She thanked me for all that we had done and said that we had been a lifeline. But sure, we had done nothing. Wrong. We had listened. Truly listened to what she had to say, to her choice to breastfeed her son. She was able to feel all those emotions instead of having them suppressed by well-meaning comments like, "Oh, but sure, it doesn't matter if he's not breastfed." It mattered to her. Now, she knew what to do. She had contacted her healthcare professionals and made her voice heard. She had a plan. She felt positive and empowered. I couldn't believe it. The power of just listening. I'd like you all to think about a time recently when someone spoke to you about a problem. How much listening did you do? And how much talking? It's only human to want to help. We offer our experiences by way of a solution or solidarity. But how often, when faced with someone who is upset, do we say things like, "Oh, no, it'll be grand, don't be getting upset." But does that help the person? Or does it help us because we don't have to deal with their uncomfortable emotions? There are another few examples of this in mothering circles. Birth trauma, breastfeeding grief, and baby loss. We try to soothe the pain, saying things like, "Oh, but you're having your lovely healthy baby, isn't that all that matters?" And, "Oh, fed is best, hon." And, "But at least you can get pregnant. You can always try again." As well-meaning as these platitudes are, they don't help. Without a safe release, feelings get bottled up, and eventually they have to overflow. And when they do, we project all that hurt onto the person in front of us. Bottled up, feelings fester. Allowed a safe release. Just think of my boob group mum. I hope you can see how our emotional response affects the way we help others. But it really needs to be emotion out, information and intuition in. I think Baz Luhrmann makes a good point in Sunscreen. Advice is a form of nostalgia. Dispensing it, a way of fishing the past from the garbage disposal and recycling it for more than it is worth. I hope if you can remember one thing today, it is my boob group mum and the power of keeping your mouth closed and your ears open. Parents have the right to unbiased information, to make the right choice for them, and the right choice to follow through on their choices, not yours. Because our rights are not your wrongs. Thank you.